He's meeting Muhammad Ali, the original champion. Joe Frazier's a street fighter. He walks in, he slugs, he fights wild. He's no skill. All of his opponents beat him for the first 2 or 3 rounds. But wait until I get Joe Frazier.
On March 8, 1971, one of the greatest fights in boxing history took place, where 2 undefeated legends, Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier, faced off.
Ali Frazier won was the most watched sporting event in the history of the world.
Joe Frazier, the heavyweight champion of the world, clumsy, ugly, flat-footed Joe Frazier. I'll show you what a real champion is.
In this video, I will show you the entire history of the confrontation between these legendary boxers, both in and out of the ring. You are on the Your Boxing Guide channel. Enjoy watching. In the 60s, Muhammad Ali was the strongest and most famous boxer on the planet. He dominated his opponents both in the ring and beyond it.
I'm gonna punish you.
He was charismatic, had a perfect undefeated record, and revolutionized the ring by dancing around his opponents like a lightweight.
I'm so great. Oh, I'm so pretty. I shook up the world.
It seemed nothing could stop him. However, at the peak of his form, he was banned from the ring for 3 years because of his stance on the Vietnam War.
It took an all-white jury less than a half hour to find Muhammad Ali guilty of all charges and specifications. He was sentenced to the maximum, 5 years in prison, and was fined $10,000.
And while Ali was appealing the court's decision, another Olympic champion, Joe Frazier, appeared on the horizon.
Joe Frazier had all the fighters respected in the top 10. But anybody that ever saw him fight and understand the game of boxing will tip their hat to Mr. Frazier.
It took Joe only 4 years to earn a reputation as a real fighter. He was called the Philadelphia left hook, and in a fight for the titles stripped from Ali, he knocked out Jimmy Ellis and became the new king of the heavyweight division.
I consider myself the heavyweight champion of the world until the champ gets back in action again.
And when you say the champ gets back in action again, I assume you're talking about Muhammad Ali.
That's right, I would like to face him.
In the late 70s, after 3 years away from boxing, Muhammad Ali resumed his career and aimed to regain his lost titles. After defeating Oscar Bonavena, he called out Frazier from the ring, challenging him to clarify the relationship.
I think you'd improve yourself as a professional fighter. I'd improve myself, so I'll get me a couple of days rest. And since we can't get along, we just gonna have to get it on.
The fight was scheduled for March 1971, and Muhammad Ali didn't hold back in his statements. Everything dark within him was directed at Frazier.
Joe Frazier's so ugly, his face should be donated to the Bureau of Wildlife.
I want him to build him up real big, make him just a terror and a giant. And right after the fight, I'm gonna break my neck, get into the newspaper stand to see what the excuse is the next morning. I'm just waiting to see what the excuse is gonna be when I whoop Joe Frazier.
Joe Frazier tried to stay composed and prepared quietly for the biggest fight of his life.
He tried to do everything and say everything to put me down, in which I don't agree with it, and I think that the guy talked from the side of his mouth, and he's a phony.
I'm the champ. I mean, there's no doubt about that. You know, Ali usually go around hollering, you know, he's the champ, you know, and he called me a dumb fighter, but I tell him nobody never took my championship away from me.
At the final press conference, each of the boxers only confirmed the intention to inflict the first defeat in the career on the opponent.
When I meet Joe Frazier, this will be like a good amateur fighting a real professional.
Joe, what's your prediction?
My prediction, the fight wouldn't go the distance.
I'll stop him. Stop me. You?
Tickets sold out in 2 hours. Madison Square Garden hadn't seen so many stars in a long time. This fight became the most anticipated event of the year, and everyone wanted to be part of history.
This is the biggest event in the history of the whole planet Earth. You understand?
I understand. Why?
Not because of Joe Frazier.
2 Olympic champions, 2 undisputed world champions with perfect records, entered the ring to prove their greatness. But there could be only one winner.
You making any forecasts about the fight?
What you mean forecast?
You gonna win?
Sure.
If Joe Frazier whoops Muhammad Ali, he'll be the greatest fighter that ever lived. Believe me, this will be no contest to prove I'm still the best.
Two undefeated fighters.
At the start of the fight, the boxers tried to use their strengths. Muhammad Ali kept his distance and worked his jab, while Joe Frazier tried to get as close as possible to land his signature left hook, and he succeeded. Although Ali tried to pretend he didn't feel the blows.
That's still a good jab. Frazier is smiling as he takes those jabs. Frazier got in his first good punch. Those are hard jabs and a good right cross. They're in Ali's corner and Ali is hurt.
It's worth noting that before his 3-year break, Ali was very light on his feet, practically dancing around his opponents. However, in this fight, his footwork was missing, and that was even pointed out by the commentator.
Muhammad Ali that we remember of 3.5 years ago was a dancer. He's not dancing tonight. And Muhammad Ali may be a little tired. Now Muhammad Ali is finding the mark with those jabs. Ali ducked into that punch instead of moving. Oh, that one hurt.
Look at that right. Look at those rights. Those rights and lefts. He's a little man, but he's a Sherman tank, and he keeps moving in.
Starting from the 5th round, Frazier grew more confident. He even talked to Muhammad and mocked him. It was evident that Frazier was more motivated and focused on this fight.
Frazier's just laughing at him, talking to him. Frazier's smiling again. Good 1-2 and a jab. Good exchange.
What a round.
By the end of the first half of the fight, Ali had completely relinquished the initiative, hanging on the ropes, clinching, and being passive. As a result, the crowd, who had been chanting Ali's name, began to support Joe Frazier.
Ali almost a sitting duck here. Frazier has caught him again. That didn't.
Archie, what do you think of this? Ali seems a little disgusted with himself, but he's mighty tired. I don't see how this fight can go the distance.
Before they were yelling Ali, Ali, now they're yelling Joe, Joe.
I know it.
In rounds 9, 10, and 11, Ali started to find some success, landing quick combinations that caught Frazier cleanly a few times. But Joe, like a bulldozer, kept closing the distance and causing damage to Ali.
Muhammad Ali dancing around for the first time.
In the middle of the 11th round, Frazier landed a powerful body shot, followed by a blow to the head so strong that only the ropes kept Muhammad from a knockdown. At that moment, it was the best punch of the fight.
That one hurt, so did that. And Muhammad Ali staggers. Oh, what a shot, folks. That was a wicked punch. Muhammad Ali rocks into the ropes. I think Muhammad Ali is in real trouble now. Dr. Kleiman went over to Muhammad Ali's corner, but I guess he's all right.
Both boxers were exhausted, their attacks losing sharpness and speed, but each, a true champion, was trying with his last strength to tilt the fight to his advantage.
Frazier is very tired himself. Well, they're fighting like lightweights now. Muhammad Ali is missing a lot of those punches. Frazier laughs at him again. Frazier's right eye looks as though it might be closing. And Joe Frazier is pretty spent too. A wicked punch. There's a spot of blood on the shoulder of Ali. I guess it's from Frazier.
Hurt, Joe. What do you hurt? That's the best round. There's something wrong with his face. He might very well have a broken jaw.
15 and final round.
In the final round, Ali tried to assert himself by going on the offensive, but he took that legendary left hook, which knocked him down, sending him to the canvas.
Hook to the body that must have hurt by Frazier. He takes the mandatory 8 count, the only knockdown of the fight. Frazier smartly goes for the body.
Muhammad spent the rest of the round on the defensive, and Joe, too tired for a full-on assault, couldn't finish the shocked ex-champion.
Muhammad Ali has never taken such a battering. I'd say they're both pretty tired. 30 seconds to go in the round. 30 seconds. Joe Frazier was like a tank. That's just what he is. We'll have an interview with the winner and maybe with the loser. There it is.
The round is over. There it goes, that left hook. Look at it. A tremendous...
The fight was over. Both boxers were completely drained. They entered the ring as undefeated champions, but only one could maintain his perfect record that night.
Ladies and gentlemen,
here comes the decision. Johnny Addy.
The winner by unanimous decision, Joe Frazier.
Joe Frazier defeated Muhammad Ali and defended his WBC and WBA heavyweight titles for the second time. He was too exhausted to give a post-fight interview, unlike Ali, who made a few rather arrogant statements.
I'm human, and I realize that we all have to lose and life's still going on.
Frazier took a terrible beating, which still lets me know how good I am, even after the layoff. Everything. Next time it won't be no match. Next time it won't be no show. I'll be on my toes. I'll be moving more. I won't play 3 rounds. I'll keep my guard up. I'll be more serious. Next time I know him now. Next time it'll be an easy fight.
Thus ended one of the greatest fights in boxing history, yet it marked only the beginning of an equally legendary trilogy between Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier.
Float like a butterfly, sting like the bee. Man, I'm the man beat up Muhammad Ali.